Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in Tay Ninh province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on August 1st, the delegation of Ministry of Health led by Professor Dr. Giang, Deputy Minister of Health, paid an inspection visit related to the prevention and control of COVID-19 in Tay Ninh province. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the Provincial People Committee and head of the Provincial Steering Committee for Disease Prevention and Control, received the delegation.
Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc said that Tay Ninh has always strictly followed the instructions of the central government and the guidance of the Ministry of Health in the fight against the pandemic. According to the assessment, the pandemic is tending to go down, but there's still a risk of community spread. He said Tay Ninh should focus on improving the treatment capacity of F0 cases, minimizing the mortality rate. The province implementing classification and treatment according to 5 treatment blocks, distributing the number of human resources, equipment, medicine, and essential materials, and the process of transferring and receiving patients among floors. The chairman of the Provincial People's Committee also proposed the Ministry of Health to support more medical facilities so that Tay Ninh can deploy more beds in field hospitals. According to the offices and departments under the Ministry of Health, Tay Ninh needs to strengthen control on the external sources of the pandemic, upgrade treatment plans up to 4,000 to 5,000 beds, urgently recount medical equipment at treatment facilities to have a plan for procurement in time to respond to the situation, strictly implement Directive No. 16, increase inspection to each neighborhood, commune, and hamlet, supervise the implementation of 3 on-site methods at enterprises, set up hotlines in industrial parks to promptly grasp the epidemic situation. Deputy Minister of Health Trần Văn Thuấn said that the province needs to focus on key tasks such as implementing the Directive No. 16 Plus more closely, taking advantage of the time of social distancing to trace, test, and isolate F0s from the community, improving tracing and testing capacity, especially PCR testing, developing testing strategies suitable for high-risk areas, strengthen on-site measures. In the immediate future, the province needs to pilot F1 isolation at home. The Ministry of Health will support Tay Ninh with 5 high-function ventilators, 2 high-flow nasal oxygen systems, 5,095 time masks, 60,000 COVID-19 rapid antigen self-test kits. The ministry will also organize training for the province on COVID-19 prevention and control and appoint an expert to assist Tay Ninh in the fight against the pandemic.
The delegation of Giang Provincial Public Security led by Lieutenant Colonel Phan Hồng Nguyên, Deputy Head of the Party and Political Affairs Department, handed over medical supply and necessity to Tay Ninh Provincial Public Security in the afternoon of July 31st, 2021.
The delegation exchanged and shared experience in epidemic prevention and control in Bắc Giang province over the last time and donated necessities, medical equipment, and funding worth a total value of 95 million Vietnam dong. This is the heart and the sharing of officials and soldiers of Bắc Giang Provincial Public Security for difficulties and hardship of the College of Tay Ninh Province on the front line of COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control. On behalf of the officials and soldiers of Tay Ninh Provincial Public Security, Colonel Trần Văn Luận, Deputy Director of the Provincial Public Security Department, sincerely thanked and appreciated the affection of Bắc Giang Provincial Public Security. Previously, the delegation also visited and presented gifts to the public security forces of Ho Chi Minh City, Bình Dương, Long An, and Đồng Tháp provinces. In the afternoon of July 31st, Mr. Nguyễn Tiến Tân, Deputy Secretary of Tay Ninh Provincial Youth Union, visited and gave gifts at the No. 2 COVID-19 field hospital located at Tay Ninh Ethnic Minority Boarding School. Mr. Nguyễn Tiến Tân sent his kind regards and presented gifts to the medical team and doctors, as well as encouraged them to continue their efforts, successfully completing their assigned tasks, contributing to the prevention and control of COVID-19, and bringing peaceful life to the people. The donation is supported by Bảo Phúc Company based in Hoa Thành Town under the mobilization of Tay Ninh Provincial Youth Union. In the morning of July 31st, the Ninh Department of Health organized a ceremony to receive an ambulance donated by Dầu Tiếng White Orchid Garden based in Dầu Tiếng District, Bình Dương Province. The ambulance has a total value of nearly 800 million Vietnam dong, is designed and fully equipped with medical equipment for patient transport and emergency operations, such as ambulance stretchers, ceiling lights, hanging lights, and oxygen tanks. Vice Chairman of Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee Võ Đức Trong thanked Mr. Trần Văn Phương, owner of Dầu Tiếng White Orchid Garden, for accompanying the province in the fight against COVID-19. He said that over the last time, Tay Ninh has made great efforts to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic and stabilize socio-economic life. This is a practical gift supporting the health sector in timely transportation and treatment of patients, especially in the fight against COVID-19. In addition to the ambulance, the owner of Dầu Tiếng White Orchid Garden will also further mobilize members and orchid garden owners to support localities of Tay Ninh Province with medical supplies and equipment to fight against the COVID-19 pandemic.
Turn to other news. Ladies and gentlemen, in the current complicated situation of the COVID-19, poor workers and employers will continue to face difficulty. So it's very meaningful for employees to receive timely support from the state. 26,000 billion Vietnam dong package under the resolution number 68 of the government at this time.
On July 29th, Tay Ninh issued a decision to support 92 people with a total budget of over 113 million Vietnam dong. The beneficiaries are tour guides, employees who don't have a labor contract, or freelancers, adults and children who complete concentrated isolation for epidemic prevention and control. As of July 31st, 2021, Tay Ninh Social Insurance has received documents requesting the implementation of the policy to reduce the payment of occupational accident and occupational disease insurance fund for 2,127 enterprises and 189,225 employees, with a budget of nearly 60 billion Vietnam dong. The appraisal team has submitted to the chairman of Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee to issue a decision approving the list and funding support for 1,962 people with a budget of over 2.9 billion Vietnam dong.
The audience, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has just issued the decision number 1924 on assigning the reparation for investing in Thala Reservoir repair and the project to ensure the task of regulating and storing water to serve the agricultural sector in Tay Ninh Province. And here our correspondent report.
Water is one of the important factors determining the success and failure of agricultural production, especially in the current period when climate change is complicated on a global scale. In addition to the national security project of Dầu Tiếng Lake, Tay Ninh also has other works, including Thala Reservoir, Nước Trong 1 and Nước Trong 2 lakes, Đục Stream Rolling Well, etc. Thala Reservoir has a capacity of more than 27 million cubic meters, serving irrigation for 2 communes of Tân Châu District and 2 communes of Tân Biên District. Currently, the reservoir serves an irrigation on an average of 2,200 hectares per crop. After more than 16 years of putting into use and exploitation, some items of Thala Reservoir had problems. To ensure the safety of downstream people and operate water supply for agricultural production, the management unit has actively released gas, reducing the pressure of the dam bed. The unit also requested Tân Châu Irrigation Facility to regularly monitor the complicated developments of grass on the dam bed for timely support. The Department of Planning and Investment has just issued a decision approving the economic and technical report on investment in construction of emergency reinforcement works for the temporary dam of Thala. The Agricultural Project Management Board was assigned to be the investor of the above project. The project is implemented with a total cost of more than 1 billion Vietnam dong, expected to be completed in 2 years between 2021 and 2022. At the end of 2020, cracks appeared on the dam batch. Our company reported to the functional departments. The Provincial People's Committee has also directed departments and branches to inspect and propose upgrading dam batch. We also instructed the management unit of Tân Châu irrigation facility to store about 70 to 80% of the water that has been designed, but also ensure irrigation water supply for agricultural production and production plants. We also hope that the management board and the functional units will accelerate the investment in upgrading Thala Lake as well as Thala Reservoir to secure the project. On the 5th of May 2021, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has issued the decision number 1924 on assigning the preparation for investing in Thala Reservoir Repair and Upgrade project in Tay Ninh Province. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has issued decision number 1924 assigning the Construction Investment Project Management Board of the Agriculture and Rural Development sector of Tay Ninh Province to make an investment policy proposal. The Management Board has established and submitted to the Ministry for appraisal and coordinated to advise on related works. The Ministry has issued a report on the appraisal of the investment policy proposal. The Exploitation Company and the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development have completed their proposal of investment policy and submitted it to the Ministry. The project has a total investment capital of about 282 billion Vietnam dong with 4 main items. After the project is completed, Thala Reservoir will simultaneously ensure the task of supplying water for agricultural production with an area of 3,670 hectares, supply industrial water for factories in the area, and have an additional task of supplying domestic water to Tân Châu Water Plant with a capacity of 20,000 cubic meter per day and night. In addition, it also contributes to improving the traffic system, connecting intra-provincial and inter-provincial traffic lights, combined with tourism development.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.